Previously on KVTV Under the Sun. What's this?
There's magic in the air.
What's that? What's this? There's magic in this court. What's this? There's fingerprints everywhere. Can you examine the cloth? Okay, now turn it around.
We're just turning everything.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure that there wasn't another handprint behind it.
Wait, I think I know why he didn't present it. It's because he has 4 pages of evidence and it's hard for him to cycle through all that. I understand.
See, the judge gets it.
Hey guys, welcome back to Rise from the Ashes. And I'm just sitting here and hoping when I post this, I hope I post this on the same week I post the last video. Otherwise, people are going to be waiting a week before I post the final video of Rise from the Ashes.
Anyway, Gaunt has summoned a monster on the field, and he's finally triggered our trap card.
Yes, we have to present the final piece of evidence, hopefully.
We're finally going to flip Destiny board on him.
Okay. In this analogy, what character is the judge?
The score?
He's the life points?
Yes.
No, the judge is just the life points ticking up and down, that's it. Meanwhile, Damon Gaunt is just Pegasus.
I mean, he does take penalties off your penalty bar, so you know.
Yes,
Okay,
he's the life points.
I don't know how I feel about being relegated to just numbers, but yes, Mr. Wright, do you admit to it?
Come on, Judge, it's all a numbers game.
But you purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth.
No.
No, I didn't. I admit I refused to present it at one point. Aha! So the evidence is illegal! Checkmate, GG! No, it isn't, Mr. Gaunt. Huh? It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't.
What do you mean? You couldn't?
There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence.
Oh.
No, Aji! Don't listen to his lies! He's nothing but a coward! You can't really believe—
There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Now shut up, Gaunt.
One time this guy named Captain Bosch told me not to believe Andor's lies, and, well, I didn't believe him, and I ended up being wrong. So, I'm gonna believe Mr. Wright's lies, if they are even lies to begin with. Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now.
I mean, this is pretty much all we can present, so bling!
Yeah.
Present the Blue Badger.
This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. What's this? I've done my homework too, Chief.
He read all 2 pages. Amazing.
Oh, it's only 1 page. It's only 1 page, remember?
He read all 1 page.
Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law.
Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying I did not have approval from the police department.
Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial.
And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time, it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and— Sorry, but can you recall when was that picture presented?
That was shown only a few moments ago. I mean, it may have been a few days for people who could be watching from another gallery somewhere else in the great universe, but it was only a few moments ago for me.
No.
He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless.
The person who gave it value was evidence. It was you, Damon Gaunt.
You yourself confess to a certain truth.
Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest?
We're gonna slowly keep rubbing it in with flashbacks.
Yes.
Oh no!
No!
It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth.
The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest.
I mean, he's not wrong. It is conclusive evidence, but it's conclusive evidence against him. So, you know.
Is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gaunt. The killer was you.
Oh my god.
You okay there, buddy?
Nope, I don't think so.
Okay, well, he's not.
Oh, that was hard to keep up with. Wow. That was so hard to keep up with, actually. I knew I should have gotten rid of him. Good for nothing, scum. For 2 years, he's been snooping around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me.
Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty.
He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Starr, then convinced Bruce Goodman. Detective Goodman? Yeah, that's right.
Oh my god, we're finally back to the case of the present day.
Oh my god, we're finally talking about Detective Goodman. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you've gotta help me. I don't know who I'm talking to.
I think you're talking to Goodman.
Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit.
He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence.
Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden, he decided to speak out.
Oh.
What are you talking about, Goodman?
Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered.
He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said,
It's not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall.
Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it. That accursed knife.
Ooh.
Cool story, still murder.
I couldn't just pull it out.
Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime.
Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake. Bloody handprint. on Detective Gumshoe's locker. I used to be known as the crime computer. It's because I'm rendering half the time. It's a 1998 computer. It needs some work.
Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe you were a couple years ago, sir.
But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous.
Oh my god.
I had no business doing any of it.
Then you put the body in my car.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. And honestly, Lightning McQueen was just so annoying.
Ooh.
I mean, I thought implicating him would have been... It would have made everyone's lives easier. I'm sure everyone can at least agree to that.
And then all the children who love cars are crying now.
Oh, please. If they loved cars, they didn't have taste.
Oh, snap!
You know that
Anyway.
Cars 2 is a cinematic masterpiece.
Anyway, I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will.
Now it's about money?
It's about the car. Leaving the prosecution's car aside. How? How could you get Miss Sky involved in all of this? Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out.
No, she didn't.
So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker.
I felt bad for having to do it. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. So, you left the jar fragments and the glove. Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer.
Yeah, because you sure like dumping evidence all over the place.
Yeah.
They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay.
Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that.
Tell me, Worthy. Why do you stand in court?
Me?
You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same.
They're almost cut from the same cloth.
Oh.
One day you'll understand.
God.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go at it alone.
Okay, but Edgeworth is never gonna do that. He's got friends now. There's a difference, buddy.
Yeah.
Joke's on you. I have friends. That needs the damage sound effect on Gons right there. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. I guess I will not be making that lunch date today. Oh, Aji.
What?
Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date.
Joke's on you! I can come right to the detention center and have lunch with you before your final meal.
Oh, well, that'd be pleasant, actually. Anyway, sorry, old friend.
I'm sorry too, damn Gaunt. I knew you as you used to be, long ago, when I used to have a name. You were once a fine investigator, an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person.
Days are gone now, Aji. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine.
Are you implicating that I'm going to do a crime sometime?
Don't think about it. Now you have Wright here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning. Anyway, off to jail.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, well, that certainly happened, everyone.
There are two things I want you to understand.
Yes?
First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gaunt betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent.
You're right. I was also sitting in the defendant's seat the entire time, so I kinda saw it all, but when this trial is over, I'll tell you everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I helped Gaunt help me forge evidence, up until today.
So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered.
Several months later.
Sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble.
My, what high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. You know, for that one trial she helped you with. Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top.
Oh.
Aw, precious smile. Also, dark foreshadowing.
I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright.
A real smile.
Miss Sky?
And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hmm?
You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you.
I mean, they broke his car.
It was nothing. Is someone going to pay for that?
I can't even pay for rent. You think I can pay for a car?
I do know of this trucking service called Tomater.
So anyway... Liar.
I was worried the pressure might break you.
Joke's on you,
Yes.
he's already broken!
Yeah, he's already been broken a long time ago.
Oh, I didn't know that. I should have actually read up on that before he took on this case. Anyways, you rose up above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth.
Stop it. I only did my job. He doesn't know how to take compliments. Precious.
Lightning McQueen of this case,
Lightning.
it seems a good self-examining in his order for us, for all of us. I myself will examine myself and see that I have a beard. Miss Sky,
Yes, Your Honor?
you are innocent of murder. However, although Chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
She's so happy about this.
Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling?
It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains.
Boy, I feel like we can relate.
I mean, you're still
When it
going to
comes
have
to this
some
case.
chains.
I too feel
guess-
like
I
I'm
guess
dropping a
not in that
giant...
regard.
I too feel like I'm dropping a giant weight off my shoulders, that is this case.
Well, this trial has gone on far too long already.
Yeah.
Yes!
All
Yes,
right.
it has!
Kowalski, I'm back from my vacation. I was gone for 2 months. What happened?
We're still here, Skipper.
Oh my god.
Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Laura Sky,
Not guilty.
Guilty! I was in the whole time,
Confetti!
pal. Here's my confetti.
I'm glad Gumshoe didn't fall asleep at any point.
I was on the edge of my seat the whole time, pal.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Congratulations, we finished the
I'm gonna go
entire
kick
first
that guy's
game.
ass at dodgeball now.
Oh, God.
It's
I'm
5
so happy.
p.m.
I'm so happy.
It's 5 p.m. This court case, I think, started at like 10 a.m.
10? Yeah, it's been a whole day. That was a whole day.
Give it 12 more minutes, there might be another murder.
February 25th, 5:03 p.m., District Court Defendant Lobby number 2.
At long last, it's finally over. It's been 84 years. Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. But at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit.
No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended.
I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. I know I just said this about 2 minutes ago. And you too, Mr. Edgeworth. But I thought it was important that I let you know that I said this again.
Yes.
You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days.
We need the flashbacks because we're already trying to purge this trial from our memories.
You've done well.
But anyways, this is where I came back to the story. Oh, wait. Kowalski, privates, we're out of here.
I did my best
Oh, thank
too,
God, Skipper.
but Lana didn't say a single word to me.
But I didn't read anything, Pairs.
Gumshoe,
Gumshoe!
your timing is impeccable.
I was in the courtroom, I threw that confetti. Oh, well, guess I am. I'll come back later.
Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it this time?
Well, you see, Mark and Bob they were talking to me, and you're doing this on purpose, making the detective run around on the whole duty.
No, I'm gonna need you to stop this time loop. This needs to stop.
And on top of it, if you call me here, I said happy period funerals. Okay, the moment he said that line, I was just like, did we just load another save file from earlier in the game?
Yep.
No.
Yeah, light up, Pairs, I'm only kidding. Mike and Bob thought it'd be funny if I used that kind of recurrent joke thing.
Oh my god.
Oh, are you here because of my sister again?
Nope. Not this time. Like I said, I was talking to Mike and Bob. I came today because of you, pal.
Me?
That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone.
Sis! Lana!
Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know.
Well, I won't tell you. I won't tell if you will.
God. I mean, Gumshoe.
All right, yeah, no, that works. All right, yeah.
Hey, Bob, should we tell? No, let them have this moment. Let them have this moment, Mark. It's okay.
Emma, I owe you an apology.
It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it.
That day, 2 years ago, was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in this whole mess.
Sis.
I asked God to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake. But now, I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through those past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew.
But sis, you were only doing it for me.
No.
Huh?
I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you.
Sis!
I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry.
But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now.
You're happy?
Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have.
Oh, Emma. Emma.
Oh, we're gonna get illustration, aren't we? Yeah! Oh, sister hugs.
Very sweet.
No one can change the past.
I was like, did Lou start crying in the corner?
The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in doing so, we can find a way back to our rightful path. And it is from there that we can move on toward a brighter future.
Oh.
Edelgard won. Hooray.
At least that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe,
Me?
thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday.
I sure we won't.
I was about to be like,
Isn't that right?
We will never see Lana or ever again. We see Emma, but we'll never see Lana.
We see Mia more than we will see Lana, probably.
Yeah.
Edgeworth?
Stop hiding and come over here.
Oh, Edgy!
I like to think that he was hiding behind that plant.
Where was he hiding?
Behind the bailiffs. I just...
Hey, he just wanted to hide behind me. That's all I could do, okay?
I just came to say congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right. Well, I'll be going now.
Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. Now see, you're still here. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you.
It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realized today that I can't correct my mistakes.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Did we seriously have to end this case on a downer?
Apparently!
Yes, not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gaunt was right. I mean, I guess considering how we transitioned to the second game, it kind of makes sense, actually.
Okay.
You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same.
From the same cloth.
Stop!
Yeah. I think we made this joke then too.
Exactly.
At
That's
this exact
why
spot.
I'm doing it, because it was part of the flashback.
God damn it.
One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try and do it alone.
I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now.
But Edgeworth,
Who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gaunt did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor.
Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gaunt and your mentor, Manfred von that person.
we don't talk about him here. Don't bring him up.
I know, this is a safe space, that's why I didn't finish that word.
Okay,
name.
all right. Thank you. Yeah.
were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership, you were able to present the evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What? Oh, yeah. What is this, a pop quiz?
Yes.
Come on, Mr. Wright. Show him what Lana's talking about.
Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own.
All right, kids. What?
Wait.
No, not that.
I'll be back! Just you wait!
What evidence are we presenting?
I didn't... I tuned out. Hang on, what?
What is the proof that led to them working together?
Isn't it the cloth?
No. Way before that, right?
Oh. His badge?
No.
The evidence list?
I don't even remember. This case is so long!
I mean, the evidence list makes sense because Edgeworth had half of it and Phoenix had
Actually,
half
yeah,
of
the
it.
evidence list does make sense, and that led to the picture.
Okie dokie.
That's the picture I drew.
I completely forgot that was on the back of there.
Our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture.
I still can't believe Edgeworth didn't know there was a drawing on the back of his thing for 2 years.
That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth.
It's time for me to go.
He's saddled by unnecessary feelings.
Mr. Edgeworth.
If you'll excuse me. There are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor.
I'm probably not going to have that title anymore.
Actually, speaking of that, can, Gumshoe have his job back?
Yeah.
I mean, the dude who fired him committed murder. I think we can probably walk that back.
It's okay. He'll be a detective still coming into the second game. Don't worry.
Edgeworth, what will you do now?
Edgeworth tries to leave someone. No, I have another question for you.
I know,
Edgeworth
right?
begrudgingly comes back.
Well, whatever you do, just remember.
He likes us. He just doesn't want to admit it.
You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you.
I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem.
Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court.
Farewell.
I better be going too.
Okay, but
Oh my god, why did I read I'll be Joy for some reason?
but I'll be by to visit soon.
It seems you both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you.
Aw, that's a cute
You
book.
keep getting these textbooks.
Scientific investigation.
It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well.
Oh, well, okay, I guess that answers that.
Thanks, sis. I will.
Oh.
Skipper! I think new evidence was presented. Oh, everyone left.
Private, I will
Go
kill you if you
take
say
a-
that again. Don't
go.
you ever say those words to me again, Private. Do you hear me?
Everybody
Do you
go
hear me,
home.
Private?
Have
Look
dinner.
at me, Private. Look me
was a
right
very
in the
cute
eyes.
story.
Private, look me right in the
It's
eyes.
a very cute story.
Do not ever say
Okay,
those words
okay,
to
you
me
two,
again.
break it up.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving,
Oi, take a break.
I'm
Break it
leaving.
up. Break it up. We're going on a dinner break. Let's go.
And so another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith.
This is soft.
Very soft.
faith that their lives have only just begun. See, they were dead before now.
What?
I mean, Lana was dead for at least 2 years, figuratively.
Yeah.
I'm not wrong.
No, you're not.
And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own.
Remember, Larry.
A journey to rediscover myself.
I like how the judge was not one of the people there. Oh. Well, don't go checking out just yet, pal.
Huh? What is it, detective?
It's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this.
Okay, well that's not our fault.
But
I thought you said it was okay.
Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks in the prison are a different story.
Huh?
Wait, I thought this was okay. Is it not okay, Mark?
Yeah.
Okay, Mark and Bob, I'm gonna need you to stop for a moment.
Okay, sorry, man.
Alright. Elsa, what? Gumshoe?
Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either.
Huh?
way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wild side.
Well, it's not like he has a job to lose.
I know.
Bob, did you accept a bribe?
Maybe.
No, no.
Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here is the one who'll be footing the bill.
Of
Sorry, I'll
course.
be what now? Who? Who said? I'm sorry, what? Huh? Huh?
What, you think I can afford my salary? You gotta kill me, pal.
You don't have a
Can't
salary.
even pay rent. You have a salary. I live paycheck to paycheck.
I just
How?
lost my fucking tail. It's out of my hands.
Huh? Huh? Huh?
Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best.
No, don't you all go fitting this on me. Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream.
Alright, Mr. Wright, you can pay me back in, like, monthly payments. There might be some interest. It's fine. I'll see you next time you come to court. So it's pretty
You know
Holy
what?
shit.
Can you just take Gumshoe to jail and like we'll keep Lana? Like, can we do that?
No,
Can we take that as payment?
no. Gumshoe talks too much.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it out together?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Credits. We did it. I told you. Here's the credits, guys.
Oh, thank God. Oh, God. Oh, thank you.
Are the cards gonna lag because it has...
I know. I'm wondering if the credits are gonna lag. Read
I
fast.
arranged for a friend of mine in Europe. I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has been pretty much under my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then, I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma.
And she was never
Who
heard
she-
from again.
Wait, who did she grab? From Europe? Is it Francesca? I don't know.
No, just
I
someone in
think
Europe. That's
She
all she
sent,
said.
I think she sent Emma to study with someone in Europe for criminology.
Oh my God! It's Professor Layton.
Yeah. What? No. No. Nuri's been with.
Yes!
Nuri's.
I
Sorry.
thought I was gone for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation of the chief's office. If we penalize you anymore, it'll be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. Just goes to show, you can't take me up that easily.
Gumshoe, please.
After all, I made the Blue Badger.
Not for lack of trying.
Yeah, Professor. Sorry, I saw Nuri and I thought you were referring to Nuri's Professor Layton, and I was just like, what?
No, I mean clearly Emma was sent to study with Professor Layton. I mean, who else has the credentials?
I mean, Professor Layton does get an assistant named Emmy.
Oh, good. Oh
My
God.
new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to a security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today.
You mean
I'll
the
show
cactus?
them, though. Someday I'm going to make detective.
Oh God.
Yes, sir. Then I can be just like Dick Gumshoe.
Oh no. I don't know about that.
And then he was never heard from again. Please
Okay,
tell me
so
that's
I
true.
think because this was a dual screen, you could actually get some when the characters are talking on screen. You can actually powder the bottom screen and you get an image.
Oh, okay.
It's not here, obviously, but you know.
I told you I'd be back.
I love how
God.
You're going to leave.
I love how the blue badger has its own spot. Oh,
Not even saying anything.
nope.
I'll be back.
Oh no!
Okay.
Well, it broke.
The evil has been defeated.
I promise you I'll be back. You can't go to me that easily.
The evil has been defeated.
I'm not evil.
Well,
Just misunderstood.
congratulations, Lewis. You finished the entire first game.
I finished like 2 games at this point.
What is it? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with a steak lunch partner? This star man's to sneak this into me. She's seen one of the guards, it seems. Well, cowboy, it looks like you did it. You even gave Bambino back a smile. Can you make sure Bill and the gang get the water?
Great. So he's got to water Charlie and Billy and the cactus.
Because we know Meekins won't do it.
Oh no!
I mean, he's right. Looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while.
Or ever.
As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu, the Right Way lunch. The top layer tastes like as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller. Just make sure not to eat it backwards.
Oof.
Boop, 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 boop.
She's gonna have the corner music. The corner bento.
For a second, I forgot that was supposed to be me. I'm just like, oh, who voices Angel? Oh, wait.
I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left? Anyway, he said he's been doing something or other for how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I better be... Huh? Oh no, I forgot my gavel! Sorry, I gotta go play dodgeball,
Wow,
too.
we actually saw the chair! Holy shit, I don't remember seeing the chair.
with my gavel.
So he basically forgot everything. I'll never
Yes.
forget what he said. What was it?
It like that also implies, because the judge said several years, like that implies that we're talking to the judge like several years after this happens.
I have no idea on it. Oh, hi!
Ah, nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still,
Nothing soothes the soul
sometimes I
like
do
singing Maya.
miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium.
I don't know who that is.
Miss
Maya, afternoon train's about to begin.
Coming! Well, see you around, Nick.
Dang, Maya, she got her cameo. She was not
Good
in this
for
case
her.
at all, but she got the cameo.
Good for her. I'm glad she got to have a cameo.
We miss you, Maya.
Well, you'll be missing her.
You and your penchant for petty crimes.
And burgers.
But mostly the petty crimes.
I know, Pear. I can't let the burgers more myself.
She wanted to steal a parrot!
Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, it's there's the bellboy, fine.
Mr. Edgeworth, I brought you your tea. What's going on?
Well, I know what that letter is, but I'm not gonna
Is it
say
he
it
went
here.
off to his own
So
spin-off
did
game?
Edgeworth just leave and not tell anyone he was leaving?
I mean, the context of the letter indicates yes, but I'm not gonna go into that because you will find out in the second game when we get to it.
Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe.
This feels oddly
Thank
familiar.
you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book.
Does Japanese books open from the left side?
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh no, that picture. Oh, I know, look at them.
Cute.
Oh, that's cute as hell.
That's so adorable. Oh. Now, is this gonna just stay on this screen? Oh.
I have no. Oh, well. Nope, that answers that question.
Hey, and I got an achievement. Woo! We finished.
Yay, achievement!
Congratulations, everyone. We finished
That's
the
what it's
first
all
game.
about. The gamer points.
The game.
I heard we finished the third game, and my life flashed before my eyes.
No. No, that's not what happened. But
We did it, boys. We finished the third game.
Yep. Now we can continue to Justice for All eventually, because we're not going to get there until we finish the Great Ace Attorney now, apparently.
Oh boy.
So,
So
Lewis.
basically, we'll see you guys in like 2 years.
Yeah. So, Lewis, how are you feeling about Ace Attorney since you finished actually a whole game, one whole game?
I think it was a very bold choice for Case 5 to be longer than Cases 1 and 4 put together. Like, very bold of the game to like put a whole other game in there.
That's called adding an extra content for the remaster release.
Yeah, it seems relatively long now, but I have the impression that when it was initially out, it was the best thing ever.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm just sitting here like, oh god, why is this case so long though?
But I meant like overall, like the series itself so far, before we close out for the...
Well, I mean, I don't know if you want my opinions right now, because my opinion right now is, god, that was so long.
Okay.
Well, let's take it this one at a time. We'll go for Case 1. Murderer, Mr. Sod. How would you like Case 1?
Does he
Besides,
even remember the first case?
that's the one that had Mia in it, right?
Yeah, it
Yes.
had Mia and
Okay,
the
so
and the throwing
tutorial
toothpick.
case.
Yes, the tutorial case.
Yeah, it was okay. I think Case 3 was the one where no, Case 2 was also kind of tutorially. Yeah, that was Mia's murderer.
Case 2. Murderer, Red White.
Yeah, that one was also kind of tutorially, so it was more just like
Case 3 was really the start where you actually could do things freely, because Case 2 introduced you to actual investigation portion, because we only had a trial in the first one.
yeah, I think Case 3 is about where things start to actually like get more engaging. But I mean, I get it. It has to introduce you to the mechanics.
Oh boy, if you want
some Case 3.
You know, I worry that when we get to the Great Ace Attorney and then we come back to these games, you're just gonna be spoiled by all the quality of life changes, because, oh my god.
Honestly, I'm also concerned about that.
Well, there's 3 of us, we'll be fine.
Case
I am
4.
legitimately concerned about
Farm.
that. But, Case 3, yeah, that's where things start kind of opening up. And obviously Case 4 is the point where it's just like, alright, so we're done holding your hand. Now you have to actually figure this out on your own.
And when Karma just takes all our penalties just
We
from
gave you the
pressing.
tools, we showed you how to use them, we gave you a controlled environment to experiment with them, and now it's just, here you go, figure it out.
What's going to be more interesting is when we go to the next game, not Greatest Attorney, but the next game, because the second and third game also have tutorial areas, just in case you didn't play the previous games.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting, kind of like, oh, okay, we're kind of back to being restricted on a few things.
You know, actually, this is fine. Since we'll be playing through the Great Ace Attorney, it would actually be a really good refresher once we go back to this one to have
Okay.
those there again. It would be annoying if we're going, like, back to back, but since we're not, it's actually, I don't think it's going to bother us too much. I think we'll just be very sad that we don't have certain features anymore, is all.
Like Professor Layton.
Professor Layton is not a feature in the Great Ace Attorney.
You can't say
Not with
he
that
isn't.
attitude, he's not.
Huh?
Not with that attitude, he's not.
Okay, well, before we close out then, how about we just ask both of your favorite characters in your favorite case so far?
My brain is having ideas, but it's trying to formulate them. Give me just a moment.
Wow.
You go.
Me?
You go, Taisa.
What?
I like Case.
My
I
favorite?
think I like
Oh,
Case 3.
the Steel Samurai one?
Yeah. I think it's just because it's when it finally like stopped holding your hand as much, and also you kind of knew who the murderer was, but it was like you eventually figure out who the murderer was, but like the circumstances behind how the murder happened were kind of surprising.
It
Because like obviously
it was,
someone gets murdered and you think, aha, you had a vendetta, and it's just like no,
it was
just-
an accident. Yeah.
it was an accident that everyone scrambled to cover up.
Okay, interesting. All right.
So that was actually pretty interesting. And like I was gonna say Case 4 or Case 5, like Case 5 is just a more bloated version of Case 4. So you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but like after like going through all of it, like
I
going
think
immediately to
it's-
Case 5 might have been
I think it's just the way we're scheduled and how limited we are to actually be able to play the games that just made it go even longer than it needed to.
Yeah. I feel like Case 5 would have been excellent if like we played through Case 1 and 4 and then it was like, oh yeah, we played through the whole game. And then like Case 5 got released as like post-launch DLC and it's just like, oh hey,
It was.
it's a whole expansion.
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
Yeah, okay. Well then in that context it's probably great, but like doing it all like from 1 through 5, yeah. By the time I got to Case 5, I was kind of like, okay, this is I'm tired. This can end now.
Nope, the game never ends. What about your favorite character?
I'm still thinking about that one.
Okay.
Okay. Well, my favorite case is Case 4. I just like that, and since I know Case 3, I like Case 3 a lot, but the ending of it gets kind of muddled for me because I can't remember who the actual order was in Case 3. That's why I
D. Vasquez.
It was D. Vasquez.
You say that, but it was like there was also like this back and forth of like, well, the other guy murdered this, and it was like it's all interesting, but it gets confusing in my mind.
Well, the reason why I liked it is because of the twist at the end of just like they were actually like. Well, you thought that it was like D. Vasquez killed him because, like, you know, like, he wanted to get paid more or whatever, and like, and all that.
It was more that he wanted revenge on her, and then
like
they
thought that thought that she was exploiting him, blackmailing him, and then like killed him or whatever. And to an extent, that was correct. But like at the very end, it was revealed no, he was gonna kill her. He went there to kill her. She killed him in self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
By accident. And it's just like, oh, that unexpected, but I can see it.
Yeah, when you're kind of put in that position, it's, you know.
It's fair.
I thought that was kind of cool, actually.
Yeah. But yeah, my favorite case is Case 4. I like the character of Von Karma. He's not my favorite character, mind you. But I like the character of him because it basically is, hey, the training wheels are off now. This guy is going to kick your butt if you don't get the chance to, like, actually interject properly. And I kind of like just the setup of the case because it's one of the more convoluted cases in Ace Attorney Con. I know that's going to be hit or miss for people. But I like the idea of these more convoluted cases because it's kind of like, this is ridiculous.
I think I like Case 3 because it didn't get super convoluted. Like you can for cases 4 and 5, you can tell that there's an emotional core to all of it, especially with Case 4.
Yeah.
Like Case 4, there's obviously an emotional core.
There's some personal stakes.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. I do think they're great, but like, there's a lot of there's a lot of like setup to explain, oh, it's like, I like this case, but it's because, like, you have to understand Wright's backstory and Edgeworth's backstory, and you have to understand, like, where Von Karma comes from, and why he's such a big deal, etc., etc., and there's nothing wrong with that, because after you've played through 3 other cases, you obviously have all that setup.
Yeah,
but it's kind of hard to explain as, it's my favorite case. It's kind of like, it's kind of like how I feel about Full Metal Panic, but I'm not going to go into it.
Okay,
well, like,
I feel
to boil it down, it's like,
in the context of the fact that this is one game in of itself, I don't think that that's big of a deal because you already have that build-up built into the case as you're approaching it. It's not like you're approaching the cases as separate games. I feel that would be a bit too much.
And that's fair. But why I like Case...
Okay.
Sorry.
I know you like Case 3. I just want to get through. I like Case 4.
No, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying the reason why I like Case 3 is because Case 3 feels like a random job.
Okay, yeah.
And that's why I like it. It's like it's interesting. Like there's a lot of investigation. There's twists. It has an interesting end, but it doesn't have the emotional core of everything else. So that makes Case 3 for me like what a normal day in the job is for Phoenix Wright.
Okay.
And that's interesting to me because then whenever I think, oh, what's he doing off screen? Well, he's probably doing stuff like Case 3.
Until we learn from both Cases 4 and 5, he's not doing that.
Well, yeah,
but yeah,
but like that's fascinating to me. Like I like stuff that gives me a glimpse into like what are characters doing off screen.
Daily life stuff. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I like Case 4. Some people would say it's for the drama, but for me, it's the memes.
Yeah, it did have quite a handful
Christmas
of memes.
means it wasn't Christmas.
The parrot. I don't...
Von Karma is a terrible person, but he's also a big
God, he's so
meme.
memeable. Holy crap, he is.
He's also a big meme.
You could tell he was just built up for one purpose and one purpose alone. You are not meant to get deep with him.
Yep.
Well, I guess
Which is why he went to jail.
Yes. And probably executed at this point, because this is Japan.
Oh, wow. I
Yeah.
think you're right, but wow.
They don't say it in the localized version, but I'm very certain that, you know.
No, he's just doing for life because it's California. Come on.
Sure, but it's also,
California.
it's Japanifornia still, so does it have a death penalty? Question mark? It's Japan too, so...
You do for life and then you die, so that's a death penalty.
Oh my god. That's deep. Okay, well, primarily my favorite case is 4, but I'm kind of...
Also-
I'm more of a mixture of, like, I like case 3's antagonist more than I do with 4, per se. I like the journey through
fair.
4. Like, I like the journey through 4, but I like the twist for 3, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, like, I like... It's not that I don't like Case 4. I think the emotional core pays off for everything that you've done, but I like Case 3 for what it is, like a kind of day in the life sort of thing. Where you can still have, like, interesting, weird murder court cases without needing to have an emotional core in there.
This is good to know, because now I can see what cases in the Great Ace Attorney is really going to stand out for you guys.
Yes.
Then what's your favorite
Also, my favorite
character?
character's Maya.
Aw, Burger Girl.
She's a weird cryptid, and I love her.
She's a gremlin.
She's an
Yes,
absolute
well,
gremlin.
she
She's
is.
just here to eat burgers, bother people, and maybe commit petty crimes.
Yep.
I love her. She's so dumb. I love her. She's great. She's not dumb, but she's kind of dumb.
She's a teenager. It's fine.
What if we steal
She's
this
smarter-
parrot to
She's
prove he's a
smarter
murderer?
than Larry.
Yeah, that's saying a lot too.
That's not hard. Gumshoe's smarter than Larry.
Speaking of which, my favorite characters, because I can't pick one, are Gumshoe and probably Will Powers. I just like Will Powers. He's very cool. He's just a very nice dude.
He's a
I
big
want-
soft boy.
I'd want to be friends with him.
I mean, he seems like the kind of guy you would definitely want to hang around with.
Yep.
What's the name of the director from Case 3?
D. Vasquez? Or
No, the other one.
Salmon.
Producer, the
Don't tell
producer.
me. Don't tell me you're.
Salmonella.
Are you gonna say he's your favorite or something?
No, he's my least favorite. I hate him.
Oh, okay.
I'll
Well-
give you that one for free. I hate him.
My least favorite character is the bellboy because he doesn't have
I
a name,
thought
and he's
your
also random.
Wait, hold on. I thought your least favorite would be Mike Meekins.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting about him. Yes, I
I
hate
was like,
him.
wait a minute, don't you hate Mike Meekins? Because you wouldn't shut up about it.
No, I
Okay.
hate Salmonella. I hate Salmonella so much.
I can't think of who I dislike off the bat. Even the characters who are like more intentionally supposed to be disliked, I can't like straight up say I dislike them because that's what they were created to be.
Wait, sorry, I forgot. My favorite character is actually Blue Badger. Sorry. Favorite character is Blue Badger.
And then as soon as we're done talking,
New addendum. Your favorite character has to have any spoken lines.
yes.
Blue Badger had some spoken lines.
No,
it
no,
didn't.
lines that you injected are not spoken lines.
Okay, it's still Will Powers and Gumshoe then.
Okay,
My
that's fair.
bias is already off, so you already know who my favorite is, which is Miles Edgeworth. At this point, anyway, is Miles Edgeworth, so...
Also, I like Emma, but I like Emma for a lot of the same reasons I like Maya, so it's hard to tell how much of Emma I actually like on her own, because it just kind of feels like she's piggybacking off Maya.
Yeah, you really get to see Emma's character a little bit more whenever we get to Apollo Justice, because Emma becomes your sidekick in that one. Well, no,
Yeah,
she's not the sidekick, but she is there.
The sidekick in that game is actually my favorite character in the entire Ace Attorney game, the series.
Is it
so.
Trucy, or...
Yeah, it's Trucy.
Okay.
We'll just say it's the name.
I know who Trucy is.
Yeah. Alright then. I think that's all we wanted to talk about. I just wanted to hear what people's thoughts were before we continue into whatever we plan to play the Great Ace Attorney.
Like, look, I hadn't formulated an opinion because I was just so glad that Case 5 was over. I needed a moment.
Understandable. It is done. We don't have to look back anymore. And Justice for All, when we get to it, only has 4 cases.
Yep.
Justice for All is the only case. Well, I mean, the first game technically only had 4 cases until they added that one, but.
Well, does the third one have 4 cases?
Trials and Tribulation has 5. And then eventually it just became the trend just to have 5 cases. I don't remember. No, I think Apollo Justice also only has 4 cases.
Yeah, that sounds about right for Apollo, but I don't know 100% off the top of my head.
There's Turnabout Trump. There's Turnabout Panties. I don't know. Okay, I don't remember the case. I just remember Panties. There's the Turnabout Serenade, and then there's 4 cases. So, yeah, I think after Apollo Justice, though, they just kind of started the trend of having 5 cases. There are 5 cases in both Greatest Attorney, so that gives you an idea. Yeah, that's it then. We are gonna take a little break then before we start the Greatest Attorney. Lewis definitely wants to play Metroid Dread, at least at the time that we recorded this. Metroid Dread will
Metroid brain rot is coming.
Yep. Lewis is gonna have a brain rot with Metroids, and at least at the time of this video's recording. So there will be a small break, and then we will start the Greatest Attorney and go through all of that.
Don't worry, my brain rot's next year.
I hope you are both looking forward to the adventures where we go back in time.
Yes.
Oh my god, it's Professor Layton 3 all over again.
No! Okay, with that, thanks everyone for watching our first series. I guess feel free to drop inputs. This is actually the first time we've gone through a full game together. I mean, I think we're having a good time, and I really would like us to continue together, so... I don't know.
I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
But next week is Metroid.
Yes, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, I would like to continue to try other game series with the 3 of us, so... Because I'm having a good time with all 3 of us, so I would like to continue this trend.
Same here.
Other than that, yeah, just like, just drop us any remarks you guys have about what we're doing, if there's, like, something you guys want us to try doing, or change, or whatever. I can't guarantee we're gonna do them or anything, but input is good. Input is very good. We like to know what we're doing, alright?
Input lets us know what people actually want to see, like just the effort of someone putting in a comment alone. It's just like, hey, someone cares enough to let us know. That means something.
Leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing are all helpful ways to know that you enjoyed what you watched.
Yes. And with that, I think I think we can just call it then. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next adventure.
Until next time, pal.
Bye.
Later.